Hi everyone, my name is Alice Ramos. I'm a holistic coach and I'm here to talk about emotional intelligence. This is the second part of a sequence of videos. The first one was about nonviolent or assertive communication, and you can look for it on my YouTube. So this is the second one, the second video about emotional intelligence, and this is one of the of an important component of it is validating your emotions. So once you recognize you have an emotion, it's very important to validate it. Validating an emotion means not ignoring that or not pushing it in or not trying to believe that you're not feeling that emotion. When you're feeling an emotion, it's important to let it in, understand it, understand the message that that emotion brings to you. And then when you can understand yourself better and that emotion better, the emotion will pass by. It would be temporal, but if you just keep it there or ignore it, the emotion will come back to give you the specific message it's supposed to bring. So it's very important not to ignore what you feel, but it's also important to know what to do with that emotion, and we will talk about this probably on the third video. That is how do you work with that emotion to release it. But right now it's important to understand the main emotions that we can experiment, and when you get that emotion, that could spread into different areas of the spectrum of that emotion, but there are some that are main and you can feel them. For example, happiness, sadness. You can also feel anger, and you can feel fear, right? Or you can feel love, for example. Those are some of the main emotions that you can feel. So what does every feeling brings you? What message does it want to communicate to you? Because it has a purpose. So once we understand it, then we can move forward. The first feeling we can discuss is, for example, happiness. When you feel happiness, you know that something is aligned with your mission in life. It makes you feel fulfilled. That is the right track. You're in the right path. So everything that brings you joy and happiness can be like a clue for you to understand that you will be moving towards that goal or towards that purpose. Or when you do that, you pretty much enjoy life. So that is a message that happiness can bring to you. When you think about sadness, probably you lost something, and there's a grief in it, and there's a process that whenever we lose something, someone, something, a moment in life, for example, like someone dying or losing a job or something that is changing, you're moving to another place, to another experiences in life, there are some things that you will leave behind, and that will give you sadness, because we tend to attach to things. So we can work through the process of detachment and to suffer less. Even though we have sadness is not a bad feeling. It is a process in which you can get into introspection, and you can get inside, a look inside yourself, and analyze the things that you learned from that experience, from whatever you have lost. Or maybe you are sad because you know you have to let something go and release the control on that situation. So mainly that's what sadness brings us. But after a process of losing something or someone, we really can grow, and we really can embrace more happiness into our lives if we make the most of that process of grieving, of loss, or of sadness. When we feel anger, it's also not a bad feeling. Anger tells us that we need to cross a boundary between someone or a certain situation that is making us understand that it's not good for us. So once we feel the anger, we need to understand what do we need from that experience to be in a safe place, to feel that we can address that anger. And when we address that, then we can understand the message, and the anger will let go. Because, for example, if you need to talk to someone and use the non-violent communication like we stated on the last video, when you talk to someone and tell them, this is what I need, I think this boundary was crossed, I don't feel safe, this makes me angry because I need to feel safe and I need to push away everything that is not making me safe. So then you have to take decisions about relationships or people you want in your life, or how to communicate them if you want them in your life, that this is what you need. So in that case, anger would be a very powerful messenger to tell you that something is not going in the right way. And once you throw that boundary and the other person can respect that, then your relationship can be better. And then there's fear. And fear is a very, can dominate our lives or create anxiety. Those are the different feelings we can have on that spectrum, because fear protects us to survive. It is a survival instinct that we have inside ourselves that tells us, hey, this is not, if you do this, your life might be in danger, or what you have might be in danger, so be careful. So it's a note, like it's a message to protect yourself from something that inside of you is telling you that it might be dangerous. So it's a protection, and it's important to listen to that. For example, if you are in a bike, for example, I love biking, and then I go like through this slope down the hill, and I feel super happy. But if I don't have a little bit of if I'm not a little bit scared, or if I don't listen to the voice that there can be danger in that, then I won't press the brakes, right? So there is happiness, there is fear at the same time, for example, in a moment like that. But then I can balance both, and I can understand myself and what's happening in my mind, and that will preserve me living my life and enjoying it also. So that would be an example where different emotions can coexist at the same time and can bring a valuable lesson, message that we can hear and we can understand. And for example, for everything that you feel love, passion is also your path, right? That would be in the same spectrum of happiness, because love and joy bring you happiness, can bring happiness, and those are two feelings that are comfortable and enjoyable, and you can experiment those at the same time. So when you love, you care, you want to give, you want to serve others, you want to expand your mind or your experiences for others to also feel good. So that is a great feeling to experiment, and those are like the main feelings that you can receive, understand, and those messages, once they deliver the message and you get it, then you can release the emotion, because not all of our lives is going to be continuous, and that is something important to know when we are having a high level of emotional intelligence. You cannot pretend to be happy all the time, because if not, then you won't know, you won't really know what happiness is if you don't experiment the sadness, or you won't stay safe if you don't experiment the fear. The thing is not to stay in the same feeling over and over in loops in our mind. We want to release those feelings. We want to let ourselves experiment them, and don't put on them a charge that let us know, or that makes us believe that we shouldn't feel that. To be good, for example, you shouldn't feel anger. Anger is fair, and anger exists in all of us. So once you embrace it and you know how to work with it, to release it, It's perfectly normal, natural to have it. So in the next video we will talk more about that. I wanted to let you know the importance of validating your emotions and to not let anyone tell you that you shouldn't feel that way, or that is wrong if you feel that way, or you're a bad person if you feel this. The important thing is the behavior you have from your feelings. But first of all, you need to acknowledge those feelings. Those feelings will give you an important message. So I hope you can get something good from this. You can get inspired. You can look at your feelings, understand them, and know why you act in a certain way. And that's the way you have power to change the way you're acting if you don't like it. Or if you like it, to keep on doing it and be true to yourself. So on the next video we will talk more about this, and thanks for listening. You can subscribe to my channel. I'll keep on doing these videos. I am a life coach with an approach in neuroscience and holistic health. I'm also a personal trainer, a yoga teacher, and I work online. So you can follow me, and I'll be here if you have any questions. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.